Olivia fumbled with her keys at the front door, her hands shaking. It had been a long day at work, and all she wanted was to see her daughter Mia, who was 5 years old. Mia always greeted her at the door with a big hug. But when Olivia opened the door, something felt wrong. The house was too quiet. "Mia," Olivia called out as she stepped inside the dim living room, but there was no answer. Mia would usually be there, running across the floor, excited to see her. But tonight, there was nothing. Olivia felt nervous. She looked at the clock. It wasn't too late. Mia should be downstairs, maybe watching TV or finishing homework. "James?" Olivia called louder this time. Her husband, James, stepped out of the kitchen, drying his hands on a dish towel. He looked calm. "Hey, you're home? Everything okay?" Olivia didn't answer him right away. "Where's Mia? Why didn't she come say hi?" James shrugged, the towel over his shoulder. "She's probably in her room on her phone. You know how kids are these days, always chatting with friends online." Something didn't feel right to Olivia. Mia was always happy to see her when she got home. She never missed a chance to say hello. "She never misses a hug," Olivia mumbled to herself, walking down the hallway toward Mia's room. The house was so quiet, and Olivia's steps felt loud in the silence. When she got to Mia's room, she felt a strange feeling in her stomach. She knocked softly. "Mia, sweetie?" No answer. Olivia opened the door slowly. The room was empty. The bed was neatly made. Olivia's heart started to race. If Mia wasn't in her room, then where was she? Then, Olivia heard a soft crying sound from the bathroom down the hall. Her heart skipped a beat. She rushed toward the sound, her stomach heavy with worry. When she opened the bathroom door, she found Mia curled up on the floor by the toilet, her hair messy and tears on her face. Mia was barefoot, and she was crying. Olivia knelt beside her, pulling Mia into her arms. "Mia, what's wrong? Are you hurt?" Mia didn't answer right away. She buried her face in Olivia's shoulder, shaking. Olivia held her tighter, feeling scared. "Sweetheart, what's wrong?" Olivia asked again, her voice soft but full of worry. Mia didn't speak right away. Finally, she whispered in a tiny voice, "I don't want to stay with him. I'm scared." Olivia froze. Her heart stopped for a moment. "What do you mean, sweetie? Who are you scared of?" Mia didn't answer. Instead, she looked toward the door like someone might be listening. She whispered, "The co." Olivia's heart beat faster. She had no idea what Mia was talking about. She gently asked, "Who hurt you, Mia?" But Mia just shook her head, holding on to Olivia even tighter. She wouldn't let go, and her crying filled the small bathroom. Olivia's mind raced with thoughts. What did Mia mean? Who hurt her? She pulled Mia back and held her shoulders gently. "Mia, please tell me. Does something hurt? Did something happen?" Mia stayed quiet, still shaking a little. Olivia felt her nerves fraying. She picked Mia up and carried her to the tub. "Let's get you cleaned up." "Okay. You'll feel better after a nice warm bath." As she filled the tub, Olivia looked at Mia, hoping she might say something. "Do you want to talk about it?" she asked softly. Mia didn't meet her eyes. She just shook her head. She traced her finger in the water, lost in her own thoughts. Olivia couldn't stop thinking about what Mia had said. "I'm scared of him." Could she have been talking about James? The thought made Olivia feel sick, but that didn't make sense. James was always good to Mia. He was kind and patient. He was always helping with her homework and taking her to the park. There was no way he could hurt Mia. Maybe Mia was just upset about something else. Olivia tried to convince herself. After the bath, Olivia wrapped Mia in a towel and carried her to her bed. She tucked Mia in, kissed her forehead, and grabbed the book Mia loved. "Do you want me to read to you?" Mia nodded quietly, her eyes starting to close from being so tired. Olivia began to read, but her mind was far from the story. She kept thinking about Mia's words. "I'm scared of him." Downstairs, James was sitting at the table, flipping through a magazine. "Is she okay?" he asked when Olivia walked in. "She was crying," Olivia said cautiously, "but she wouldn't tell me why." James didn't seem too worried. "She seemed fine earlier. Maybe something happened at school." Olivia didn't answer, but the feeling in her stomach told her something was wrong. That night, Olivia sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the wall. The house was quiet now, except for the sounds of the fridge humming and the floor creaking. Mia was asleep upstairs, but Olivia couldn't stop thinking about what happened. She kept hearing Mia's cries in her head. I'm scared of him. James was lying next to her, sleeping peacefully. He looked calm and relaxed, but Olivia felt uneasy. She loved James, but the doubt kept growing inside her. The next morning, Olivia knew she couldn't stay quiet. After Mia left for school, she found James in the kitchen, reading the newspaper. James, Olivia said, her voice shaky. I need to talk to you. He looked up, raising an eyebrow. Yeah, Mia was really upset last night. She said she was scared of you. James looked confused. Scared of me? Why would she say that? Olivia took a deep breath. She said her body hurt. Did something happen? James looked hurt. I didn't do anything to her. I would never hurt Mia. I did discipline her yesterday, though. She was talking back, so I sent her to her room. That's all. Olivia felt a little better, but still uncertain. She said her body hurt. She said quietly, Are you sure nothing else happened? James seemed impatient. I didn't do anything to her, Olivia. Maybe she's just going through a phase. Kids get dramatic sometimes. Olivia nodded, trying to believe him, but the doubt wouldn't leave her. Over the next few days, Mia's behavior became stranger. She would flinch when James came into the room. She would hide in her room when he tried to talk to her. She stopped eating dinner with him and would go to bed early. Every time Olivia asked her what was wrong, Mia would just look at her with scared eyes and say nothing. Then came the nightmares. One night, Olivia woke up to Mia screaming. She ran to Mia's room, where she found her daughter tangled in her blankets, crying and thrashing in her sleep. Don't do it. Please don't hurt me. Mia's voice was full of fear. Olivia shook Mia awake. It's okay, sweetie. It was just a dream. Mia clung to Olivia, shaking with fear. Olivia stayed by her side, wondering why Mia was so scared. The nightmares kept happening, and they were always about someone hurting her. Days later, Olivia came home and didn't hear Mia's usual greeting. Her heart sank. She rushed upstairs and found Mia hiding in the closet, shaking and crying. Olivia's heart broke. She picked her daughter up and held her close, but now Olivia knew she couldn't ignore it any longer. Something was very wrong, and Olivia had to find out what it was. Olivia knew something was wrong. Her mother's instincts told her James, her husband, wasn't innocent. She had to find out what was going on. The next morning, after James left for his usual walk, Olivia made up her mind. She couldn't sit back and do nothing. Something was bothering her, and she needed to figure it out. The hardware store wasn't far from their house. As she walked down the aisles, she looked for what she needed. She could feel that her decision was big. This wasn't just about a feeling anymore. It was about keeping Mia safe. If she didn't do something now, what might happen to her daughter? Olivia found small security cameras on a shelf. They were easy to hide and perfect for what she needed. Her hand shook a little as she picked them up. Putting cameras in her own home felt wrong. But what other choice did she have? Mia's words kept running through her head. She couldn't ignore it. Olivia went home quietly, making sure Mia was still at school and James wouldn't be back for at least an hour. She moved fast but carefully, setting up the cameras where they wouldn't be seen. One went in Mia's room, hidden behind a picture frame. Another went in the hallway outside her room, and the last one went in the living room, where Mia and James spent time together. Olivia's heart beat fast as she worked. She hoped she was wrong and that the cameras would show nothing. Days went by, and Olivia felt more anxious. Late at night, when James was asleep, she would check the camera footage on her laptop. At first, nothing happened. James seemed calm around Mia, but Mia acted differently. Whenever James came into the room, Mia would get tense and look at Olivia like she was asking for help. She would move away from him or hug her stuffed bear tightly, her hands shaking. One evening, Olivia noticed something strange. James tried to sit next to Mia on the couch, but Mia quickly stood up and said she needed to go to the bathroom. Olivia saw how quickly Mia moved, almost like she was running away. James seemed frustrated for a moment, but his face quickly returned to normal. Mia was always avoiding James. She didn't talk to him much, and if he spoke to her, she'd answer quickly and run away. There was no laughter or fun between them. Everything felt tense. One day, Olivia was cleaning the house and picked up Mia's favorite stuffed bear. It was a pink teddy bear that Mia had carried since she was little. As she smoothed the bear, she noticed something odd. One of the bear's eyes was shining differently in the light. Olivia looked closer and felt a small bump under the fur. It was hard and didn't feel like it belonged there. Her heart dropped when she realized it was a hidden camera. Tears filled her eyes. Who had put it there? Olivia's mind raced. James was the only one who could have done it. Olivia placed the bear back on Mia's shelf, trying to calm down. She couldn't confront James yet. She needed to know more before she said anything. That night, Olivia couldn't stop thinking about what she had found. As James slept next to her, Olivia was wide awake, thinking about the camera and the bear. The next day, Olivia checked the hidden cameras again. She was looking for answers. She clicked play, and the video showed Mia's bedroom. It was dark, and Mia was in bed, but she wasn't relaxed. She looked tense. Olivia could feel the tension through the screen. Then Olivia saw James. He quietly walked into the room and sat on the edge of Mia's bed. He brushed Mia's hair away from her face like he was being kind, but to Olivia, it felt wrong. Mia stiffened, and her hands gripped the blanket tightly. James whispered, "You know the rules. If you tell your mom, I'll make sure you never see her again." Olivia's heart raced. She didn't want to watch anymore, but she had to. She had to know the truth. When she clicked play again, she saw James pull the blanket off Mia's body. Mia stayed completely still, her eyes open, tears streaming down her face. James's hand moved along her arm, making Mia flinch. Olivia wanted to scream. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. Then James looked around, as if he knew something was wrong, but he quickly returned to his calm self. He whispered again, "If you tell anyone, I'll hurt you." The video ended, and Olivia sat frozen. She couldn't believe what her husband had been doing. He wasn't the man she thought he was. Tears fell down her face, but she quickly wiped them away. She needed to do something. She grabbed her phone and called 911. The next few hours were a blur. Olivia couldn't remember much about what she told the officers. She just held Mia close, thinking about the video and how scared her daughter had been. When James came home, he acted normal at first, calling out a greeting, but when he saw Olivia, Mia, and the officers, his face changed. He looked confused at first, but then his eyes went to the teddy bear on the table. Olivia knew he realized she had found out. One of the officers showed him the video. James tried to act shocked, saying, "I love Mia. I would never hurt her." But Olivia could see the truth in his eyes. James was lying. He looked at the tablet showing the video, and his calmness disappeared. "You think you know everything, huh?" James said, stepping closer and clenching his fists. "You think you're some kind of hero." Olivia stepped back, feeling the anger in his voice. It was like he wasn't the person she married. His mask was gone, and she saw who he really was. The officer's hand moved toward his taser, and his voice was firm but calm. "James, step back now," he said. But James wasn't finished. His eyes looked angry as he turned back to Olivia, ignoring the officers around him. "You really think I married you because I loved you?" he said loudly. "I married you because I wanted her." He pointed at Chloe, his voice full of hate. Olivia felt scared, but she also felt angry. James wasn't just mean to her. He had planned it all along. "Shut up," Olivia yelled, her body shaking with anger. "You're sick. You're disgusting." James laughed, but it wasn't a nice laugh. It was cruel. "Sick? Disgusting? You don't even know the half of it," he said. "I've been planning this for years. You were just a way to get close to her." Olivia felt like she couldn't breathe. She couldn't believe what James was saying. She wanted to protect Chloe, but she had to stay strong. "You're never going to hurt her again," Olivia said, her voice full of warning. "It's over." James's face became red with anger. He suddenly lunged at them. "I'll take her back. She's mine," he screamed. The officers jumped into action and grabbed James, putting him on the floor. James kept fighting and yelling, "I'll kill you both." His voice was wild. Olivia quickly pulled Chloe away and kept her safe from the shouting. James kept screaming, "She's mine." When they were finally able to calm things down, the officers put handcuffs on James and took him away. Olivia squeezed Chloe's hand, trying to reassure her. "You're safe now, sweetheart. No one can hurt you." Chloe didn't say anything, but she leaned against Olivia, showing that she felt a little better. When they were called into the office, Chloe was nervous, but Olivia knelt down and gently brushed her hair. "I'll be right here with you. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to," she whispered. Chloe nodded slowly. The psychologist, Dr. Matthews, was kind. Her office was bright, and full of toys, and Chloe started to feel safe there. She was still quiet at first, but over time, she began to smile and laugh again. The bad memories didn't bother her as much. Sometimes, she would still hide in a corner, but those times were becoming less and less. By the time a few months had passed, Chloe was starting to play and have fun again. She wasn't scared of being alone in her room anymore. She still held on to Olivia sometimes, but Olivia could see that she was getting better. Olivia had avoided men after James, but Lucas was different. He didn't try to push his way into Chloe's life. He was patient, always kind. Slowly, Chloe started to feel comfortable with him. At first, she would watch him from a distance as he worked outside. Then one day, she asked him about his tools. Lucas answered her calmly, and Chloe didn't get scared. Soon, Chloe started to talk to Lucas more. She even helped him fix things around the house. Every time she smiled at him, Olivia felt more hopeful about their future. As time went by, Chloe got stronger. She wasn't afraid of James anymore. She still talked about him sometimes, but now she was able to talk about him without crying. She knew he couldn't hurt her anymore. Lucas became a special part of their family. He was more than just a friend to Olivia. He was like a father to Chloe. She trusted him and looked up to him. Olivia could see how much Chloe loved him, and it made her happy. Now, Olivia could finally see the happiness she had been hoping for. Their home was filled with laughter, love, and warmth. Chloe was growing into the happy, strong girl she was always meant to be. Even though there were still some tough days, Olivia knew they were safe and happy. She watched Chloe and Lucas laughing together and felt thankful. It had taken time, but they had made it through the tough times. They were stronger now, and their future was full of hope. This story is about how important it is for parents to trust their feelings when something feels wrong. Olivia trusted her instincts, and that helped her save Chloe from James. Sometimes, children can't say what's bothering them, but their actions can tell us what's wrong. It's important to pay attention to how they feel. The story also shows that even when bad things happen, it's possible to heal with love, help, and patience. Chloe's journey proves that we can all get better, even after hard times. With love and support, healing is always possible. If you enjoyed this story and would like to see more content like it, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on all our latest, inspiring and heartwarming stories and have the opportunity to engage with our growing community. Additionally, I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback in the comments section below. Thank you for your support, and I look forward to sharing more captivating narratives with you.